Book of Heaven, Volume 25, February 3rd, 1929. To recognize creation and redemption is to recognize the divine dominion. Tight bonds which exist between heaven and one who lives in the divine will, and how one who lives in him detours. It is all one piece. My poor and little mind swims in the most bitter sea of the privation of my sweet Jesus, and feeling I am almost without him, more than ever I feel like longing for my celestial fatherland. Oh, how bitter is the earth without Jesus! Together with him it is more bearable, but without him one cannot live at all. And if it wasn't for the fact that close to the sea of his privation flows more extensive the sea of the divine fiat, which with it light eases in part the bitterness and the intensity of the pain of the privation of Jesus, who knows how long ago I would have taken flight to the celestial regions because of the force of the pain. But fiat, fiat. So I was continuing my round in the creation and redemption, recalling within my mind all the acts done by God in order to follow them, giving for each act homages, adoration, love, thanksgiving. And my sweet Jesus, moving in my interior, told me,
"My daughter, by recalling the acts of creation and redemption in order to follow them and honor them and know them, the creature does nothing but recognize the divine dominion in all things. And my divine will feels itself being given its honors, the homages due to it, and drawn, it forms there its kingdom in the midst of creatures."
After this, I felt I could not go on any longer without Jesus. My strengths were failing me. I was so disheartened that if my interior pains could be seen, I would have caused heaven and earth to cry out of pity. But I believe that just as the divine fiat eclipses my sweet Jesus from me with its light, so does it eclipse my pains in such a way that no one knows anything about my hard martyrdom. It is a secret that passes only between me, Jesus, and the holy divine volition. As for all others, no one knows anything, and in looking at me under the reign of the light of the fiat, maybe they believe that I am the happiest of creatures. Oh, power of the divine will! You know how to change things, and wherever you are present, you make everything appear as beautiful and good. Even more, with your light, you bejewel the panes and make them appear as rare and precious pearls, which enclose seas of joy and of happiness within themselves. How ingenious you are, O divine will! Under your empire of light, one can do nothing but remain mute, love you, and follow you. But while my little mind was wandering within its light and in the terrible nightmare of the privation of Jesus, I just barely felt him move in my interior. And he told me,
"My daughter, courage. Do not lose heart. The whole of heaven is fixed upon you, and by the irresistible force of my fiat, they feel such identification with you that they cannot do without looking at you, loving you, and concurring in all your acts. You must know that the angels, the saints, the sovereign queen are all one piece. Their beings are nothing other than one single act of divine will. Therefore, nothing but divine will appears in each of them. The thought, the gaze, the word, the work, the step, nothing appears but fiat, fiat. And this constitutes all the fullness of the happiness of all saints. Now one who does and lives in my will on earth is similar to the inhabitants of heaven. That is, she is all one piece and forms one single piece with them, in such a way that if the pilgrim soul thinks, the saints think together with her. If she loves, if she operates, they love and operate with her. There are such tight bonds between her and heaven that all together form one single act of my will. So much so that all the celestial inhabitants are on the lookout to see what the creature on earth does, so that nothing may escape them. Wherever my divine will reigns, it has its heaven, and has the virtue of kidnapping heaven onto earth and the earth into heaven, and of forming one single thing. Therefore, courage, do not lose heart. Think that you are dealing with a divine will, and this should make you content.